Hey, what's up everybody? It's She Blogs Inc. here, and I wanted to make a little video for you guys. And this video is titled Watch This Before Styling Up for Stylist Solutions. So this video is going to be on my experience with Stylist Solutions. If you're not familiar with Stylist Solutions, they are a Black owned company based in Georgia, and they offer essentially resale sites. So you sign up with them for a monthly or a yearly basis, and you have your own beauty supply store. So it has like barber supplies, weaves, hair oils, shampoos, conditioners, styling products, things of that nature. And I was attracted to it because I'm a curly girl myself. I use hair care products. I thought this would be a great opportunity to kind of like have my own little shop, in a sense, make some money, always have a side hustle going on. The thing is though, is why I'm making this video is my experience with Stylist Solutions. I do believe it is a MLM, which is a multi-level marketing company. They don't promote that, they don't say that, but essentially it is that in many ways. And so I wanted to give my experience. Unfortunately, it wasn't a wonderfully positive one. It was actually kind of negative. And so I'm just putting this out there. You guys make your own decision. If you decide to sign up with them and sell with them, do as you wish, but it's always good to have all the information and all the facts. So with Stylist Solutions or mystylistsolutions.com, you can sign up for a free store for 60 days, or you can pay a monthly fee of $14.99, or you can pay $400 and what is called a enterprise store or a beauty supply store, and you have like access to over 4,000 products. If you have the free store, which is 60 days, there is no upfront cost whatsoever, or you pay the $14.99 a month, you essentially get the same store. You don't really get any perks. The only perks that you get with the limited store, which is the $14.99, is that you are able to get wholesale pricing. That is really the only difference between the free and the 14. The free store, again, is only for 60 days, so you actually end up paying the $14.99, which I did end up paying, and I jumped on that a little too early. I shouldn't even have paid the $15. And with the enterprise store, which is the $400 a year, you get your own domain, you get over 4,000 products like I mentioned before. You can do coupon codes, which looks like you have to pay for the coupon codes, but you just get a lot more access to your storefront, and you can also really customize it, which is very appealing because they have a lot of big name brands like the Main Choice, Carol's Daughter, for instance, and a lot of other things. At the same time, the stores also look very generic, kind of, I would say janky in a sense when you look at other online stores. That is just my first take. I have looked at other people's enterprise stores. I did not pay the $400 a year myself, because I couldn't get my questions answered. We'll get into that in a moment. But from what I've seen from different people's enterprise stores, they all look the same. The only difference was that, you can upload a picture of your logo, and the color scheme was a little different. So when you sign up with My Stylist Solutions, you can either sign up under someone, i.e. have their referral code, or you can sign up under nobody. But from what I heard in the Facebook group is that they essentially do assign you under somebody. I don't know how true that is, because even though I signed up under no one, I didn't get a reach out from anybody, so I don't think that I was assigned to anybody, but that information I can neither confirm nor deny. So it's really quick and easy to sign up for your store. You just enter some basic information, and then they give you your store, they give you your store link, and you can immediately start selling, which is great. But some things I noticed with the free and limited stores, you can't customize anything. Like I was more interested in hair care for natural hair, but on your store page they offer a lot of weave and things of that nature, which I am not personally interested in. But there there is no way with the free or limited store that you can change that. If you have an enterprise store, I do not know if you can change that. Again, that was one of my questions that again was not answered. So you get a generic link. It's kind of like a blog spot, like myblog.blogspot.com. It's like your store name.mystylistsolutions.com. It's like really long. And so they keep saying, you know, sign up for the enterprise store because that's where you can get your domain. So this falls into some of my issues that I had with my stylist solutions. I admit I take responsibility in this. I did not fully do my research on my stylist solutions. I did not watch any YouTube videos. Not that there are any YouTube videos really giving me information. I did not look them up on Better Business Bureau, which I should have. I did not do my own research before I even spent the $15 to pay for the 1 month that I was with them. I did not do my research, and that is on me, and I take responsibility. And let me just say that I take responsibility for my part in this, and I'm okay with that. So, of course, and also with taking that responsibility, I really should have just stuck with the free store for 60 days. But within a week, I personally jumped on the $14.99 a month train because I was under the mistaken impression. Again, I did not do my research and I thought I was going to get more products to offer, and I thought it was something different included in that plan. It wasn't until after when I switched over I realized that it's nothing different except you get a wholesale account and you can get products at a lower cost. With that, it was also a little confusing and I could never find clarification in the help and support forum, nor could I get any help in the Facebook group. In regards to the pricing, is that I would try on different computers, and for some reason I was always still shown the wholesale pricing, which I felt was kind of misleading and inaccurate, because when I would try to market on my Instagram, I wasn't sure if my customers would be getting the wholesale pricing or they would get the full retail pricing, but I couldn't see it for some reason, and that was one of my issues for me. So I was quite disappointed when I realized that, okay, I just paid $15 and I'm not getting much else different. You don't get any more products. You don't get much of anything. They do have a Facebook group, however, which I added, and you do have to answer some questions in order to be in the group. And I was very surprised and shocked of what I seen in the Facebook group. So I will say this, you do have a lot of people in the group who are very supportive and very giving. They will make graphics and they'll give you graphics to use, and it was really great, and I do love that aspect of it. You also have some of the admins or moderators who of course are admins of the group. They moderate the group, things of that nature. So it does kind of get inundated a lot with just a bunch of graphics. And then I started to notice another thing that I was very surprised by, is that you can have people sign up under you, and they were pushing that narrative a lot. They were also pushing the narrative of pass ups, which is essentially an MLM speak, that, you know, the person, your upline, essentially gets some of your profits of people who sign up after you. So it was a big shock to me looking in this Facebook group and realizing that my Stylist Solutions isn't MLM. They could try to say that it's not at all. It's that multi-level marketing. Now, there's a lot of opinions on MLMs, and I've been in MLMs. I buy currently from 2 MLMs because I choose to personally. I love watching anti-MLM videos. I know about MLM. This is the MLM. They offer upline. They offer, or they don't offer, it is part of the business, the upline. You can have affiliates, which essentially people signing up, and they really push the narrative of getting people to sign up for stores. It doesn't matter if it's a free store, meaning the 60-day trial, or if it's a paid store, and you get more money for people that are signing up for the enterprise store, which, if you remember from earlier in the conversation, which is $400 a year. So that is what they're really eyeing on. They had giveaways and raffles, things of that nature. They had webinars and they did offer training videos, which I thought and found were helpful. But I found myself always being in this Facebook group and always just seeing a lot of graphics to sell your product, which is fine, which is great, which is helpful. But also just a lot of the same thing of, oh, I signed up for an enterprise store, the $400 option, or I signed up this many people for a store. I signed up this many people for a store. Sign up this many people for a store. I wasn't too thrilled with that because I had questions and I wasn't getting them answered. To Stylist Solutions credit, they did offer conference calls, which I did take place in, and it was essentially a bunch of generic information, basically saying how they really big on toting the different streams, multiple streams of income, saying that there's many multiple streams of income in Stylist Solutions, so you could sell the product, which you get a commission of, I want to say, up to 30%, having people sign up under you, and also the pass ups, which is just getting profits from your downline. So it was a bunch of generic information. I felt like it was a sales call of saying you need to sign up for Stylist Solutions or you're missing out. There was also the narrative in the Facebook group that I felt that, you know, if you weren't taking advantage of the multiple streams of income, that you really weren't being a business person and you really weren't doing nothing. Me, I was just interested in the aspect of selling the retail side. I wasn't interested in signing up people. I feel like you're just giving yourself more competition, and anybody can sign up for a free trial for 60 days. I just am not interested in the sales part, but they push that so much to where I felt like if you stayed in the group long enough, you would just be looked at like, oh, you're really not being a boss person. You're not being, you know, and this is men and women doing this, by the way, but a lot of women, you're not being a boss babe, or you're not being a real business owner because, you know, you're not taking advantage of the multiple streams of income. And the thing is we don't really own these stores. We're just salespeople for these stores. We don't own anything. So that was one of my major issues that I had with the Facebook group. Going on to my questions, so I was really concerned about the whole domain name aspect, or your website. Like She Blogs Inc., that is my website, that is my domain. I own the rights to that. I can do whatever I want with that. I wanted the same with my so-called business name, right? So with an enterprise level, again, that's the $400 a year option, which I was seriously considered taking because it seemed attractive at that time. I could customize the website, I could get a domain name, everything. But here's the thing, I know about domains, I know about domain ownership, I know that domains can be very valuable. I own plenty of domains, and some of them are worth almost $3,000 alone in the name. So I know about domains. So I would actually go to mystylistsolutions.com and I would email them and ask them questions about the domain, which were simply, do I own the domain? When I pay this $400, do I own the domain? Do I have the rights to the domain? Meaning, if I need to tweak it or want it to point it to somewhere else, or could I get into the admin console of the domain? Could I tweak that and work that? How long is the domain name registered? Is it just for 1 year? Is it for 2 years? Who is the domain register that you guys go through? I.e., do you go through GoDaddy, for instance? And if I decided to close down my store, could I take my domain with me? Now, pay attention to that because that was very important to me. Again, I know very well about domains and I've had them on different websites and things of that sort. And I wanted to know that even if I paid this $400 and let's say after 6 months or after a year, I decided I no longer wanted to be with Stylist Solutions, I wanted to be sure that I could take my domain, my name with me. And that was very important to me. I emailed them several times, and did not get a response. Let me also say that I understand that right now COVID-19 has been going on. They even said that in the Facebook group and on their website that response time was slow, and I was okay with that. To To date, this has been well over a month now. To date, I still have not gotten a response whatsoever, and it's been over a month from their website directly. Not at all. I have also tried to post my questions in the Facebook group, and I started to notice some things. Now, I understand in Facebook groups that your posts will have to be approved by the admin. I noticed that my questions that I would post was never approved. I felt personally I never came off rude or anything like that. I would say, hey guys, I have a few questions. It would never be posted in the group whatsoever. But I would notice conveniently, after I would check back, after trying to post my questions, I would see one of the admins or moderators post, your domain comes when you buy Enterprise. So it was just the timing of that, and it could be just me, but it almost seemed like you refused to post my questions or answer my questions, but yet you will post just, your domain comes with the Enterprise. Don't buy a domain unless you go with Enterprise. I kind of felt like that was directed towards me personally. Could be just me, and I'll accept that, and I didn't like it too much. So then I would then start searching within the Facebook group itself, and I would actually find some postings of people who had the same kind of questions as me about the whole domain. And so I was like, oh great, someone else is asking the same kind of thing, right? So I would then post a comment under that post asking, hey, did you get your questions answered? Hey, like, I have the same question with this, and I would post my domain questions, and then all of a sudden I would notice that my comment under that post is missing. I would then notice that that post was then deleted and missing altogether, and I found that very, very odd. I had also tried this way several times because I was trying to get a hold of somebody. Also in the Facebook group, they would say that there was admins and moderators and to ask them their questions, but to find out who those admin and moderators were not very easily found, or a very easy way to get a hold of them. So I personally never reached out. I also had an issue with product descriptions. I noticed that on the website there are no product descriptions. Now again, I am not used to, or I am not new to this kind of thing, and I've actually have my own business as well. And I know as a business owner, product descriptions are a major thing. People want to read about the product that they are considering buying. And as a shopper, I want to know about the product that I'm looking at and looking to buy. And you're showing me the shampoo, but you're not really telling me what it does or the scent or ingredients or anything like that. Again, I tried posting that question to the Facebook group, and it was never approved, and it was never put in the group whatsoever. So during this month time that I was with my Stylist Solutions, I was getting very frustrated because I had just numerous questions about how the store ran, what were my options, etc. And I just felt like all the avenues that I took, the Facebook group, emailing them through their website, as they said, yes, I was looking through the support forums, which sometimes were helpful and sometimes were not. I was starting to get very frustrated because I was this close, you guys, to spending $400 of my hard-earned money because I wanted a customized Enterprise website, and I couldn't get it whatsoever. Or I was that close to spending that money, but because I was not getting my questions answered, I wasn't willing to put down that money. During that time, I went ahead and bought my own domain because I felt like, look, right now I don't feel comfortable with paying the $400. I'm not trying to wait until I feel comfortable paying the $400. And frankly, I don't trust Stylist Solutions right now, meaning that if I pay the $400 and get the domain, I don't trust that I would have any control over my domain because I was not getting my questions answered. I bought my own domain. I had my domain pointed to my Stylist Solutions link, and I was just gonna be fine with that for the time being. And I was even coming to a place that I was okay with paying $15 a month to have the reselling website and just working it that way. I did also Facebook message one of, I think maybe he's the owners of the group. I messaged him on Facebook and said, hey, you know, I hate to reach out to you, but I have questions and I'm trying to get them answered because I'm seriously considering going to an enterprise store, and I was not responded to whatsoever. So again, to reiterate, my personal issues with Stylist Solutions is that between the free and the $14.99, there was no difference whatsoever. It's extremely limited. I even feel the enterprise option is limited as well in regards of what you can and you cannot do. Customer service was pretty much non-existent whatsoever. I didn't even get to the point of trying to test the order, which I was close to, but I was just so frustrated with not getting my questions answered. So customer service was severely lacking. I found out it was a MLM, and they just keep pushing the fact of signing up people under you in the multiple streams of income without really giving you a lot more of selling the product. It was more so of how to sell yourself and getting people to sign up. So there was a lot of pressure there. I found out, I even researched, and I do believe that I was muted in the Facebook group, so I couldn't leave comments, I couldn't post anything. So I do believe that I was muted in the Facebook group because they did not want me answering questions. And I do believe that I reached out to one of the owners and I was not responding to whatsoever. I then also did my own research and looked on Better Business Bureau, and they have a history of this. You can go and look for yourself, but they have people on there, and Stylist Solutions actually responded to them, and you can read their responses. So you'll have people who would say that they couldn't get an answer, and this is pre-COVID, and they couldn't get an answer and they had questions and nobody responded to them. So they would close their account, and Stylist Solutions will respond to them on the Better Business Bureau website and kind of write like they have an attitude and saying, oh, well, you did this and you didn't do this. And I really didn't like their disposition whatsoever. It was then that I made my decision to leave my Stylist Solutions. I went into my account and I canceled my account. Thankfully, again, I bought my domain, so they have no power over that whatsoever. Funny thing is that I closed my account, which they also said was closed, but if you click on my domain name, to this day so far, it still leads back to the Stylist Solutions website with my domain name and the Stylist Solutions link. So they really haven't closed down my shop yet. Nor did I really get any communication about, okay, you closed your thing. I just got one email that says you closed your account, but I don't think it's fully closed. And again, to this day, even after closing my account, I still haven't gotten no responses to my plethora of emails that I sent to Stylist Solutions whatsoever. And I removed myself from the Facebook group. No one did not remove me. So that's pretty much all I have to say about Stylist Solutions. They are a MLM. If you're okay with that, do you. If you want to take advantage of the multiple streams of income and have people like build your team, do you. Sign up for it. If you are okay with the issues that I have listed, that is perfectly fine. I hope and pray that you are successful with Stylist Solutions. I really do like the idea of being a reseller for a beauty supply, and I do think that is a great, fantastic idea. But just remember that at the end of the day, you actually don't own the business. You don't own any part of that. You're just a reseller. You are a salesperson for Stylist Solutions. You do not own your own business. The only thing that you would probably own, if you do, which again I don't have confirmation of, is your domain. Other than that, you don't have control over anything whatsoever. Remember that. But if you're still okay with that, go ahead and sign up. I wish you all of the success, but I would highly suggest that you look into this company and research for yourself and then make that decision, especially if you're going to spend $400. If you're okay with spending $400 a year, then by all means. But until then, I highly suggest, and they even say this too, that take advantage of their 60-day free store where you don't pay anything. Play around with the website, which you really can't do much with playing around anyway because it's so limited. But just play with it, have it for 60 days before. Don't even spend $15 yet, and decide if it's something that you want to do, and understand that you will be pushed to build a team of your own. And if you sign up, more likely you are signing up under somebody. So I hope that this video helped you. I really wanted to make sure that I gave you all the information, the good and the bad, when it came to the situation. It's been on my mind and I've been really wanting to get this information out there. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment down below. You can hit me up at hey@shebloggsinc.com. You can always follow me on all social medias at shebloggsinc, and feel free to DM me if you would like, and we can go from there and chat. Again, this is my experience, this is my truth. It is not the same for everybody that is with Stylist Solutions. You have many who are in that group who are really trying to make a business for themselves, make a name for themselves, and build their brand, and I applaud them, and that is great for them. Again, in many ways this can be a great opportunity, but at the same time, customer service and truly being there for your team is a big thing. And I just wish they got a little better in some areas so they could really evolve and really be great. Again, it's a minority owned company, which I think is great within itself, and I really feel like that is their main selling point. But I also feel just because you are a black owned company does not give you the excuse to treat some of your customers very rudely, or to not talk to them at all, or treat them in the way that I feel that I was treated. We should still have a level of standard, a standard of excellence for ourselves as well, and not be too comfortable. And I kind of feel that was the case. They feel because they are a black owned company working with other minorities and black women, black men, that they could be very comfortable and be lax in their customer service and other things. And I don't think that's the case. I have the same standard of excellence for any black owned company that I have for a white or purple person owned company. It's still the same all around. I still expect it to be treated a certain way. I still expect a certain level of customer service. And if I don't get it, then I'm just gonna leave. So that was my experience. Those are my thoughts. You can agree or disagree. If Stylist Solutions ever chooses to respond to this video, let them. I really don't care at the end of the day. I made my personal decision to leave. I'm okay with that. I wish them the best. They could choose to say, if they do choose to say anything that they want, that is fine. But at the end of the day, I experienced what I experienced. No one can ever tell you that you didn't experience what you did. And that is my truth. And I'm okay and sit in my truth, and I take my responsibility in it just as much as I wish they would have taken their responsibility. I'm gonna end there. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope this video has helped you make a decision. And just be aware, there are companies out here that are playing like they are not MLMs, but they are. Have a great day.